Hello Year 4, it's Mr. Ties here again. I always say that. This is our last session number 4 of our collage work, our cutting and sticking. And this week you're going to have to not listen quite so hard. There's only 1 or 2 rules for you to sort of try and stick to. And the rest of it's going to be about your creativity, your imagining and how that's going to look on the paper. So I'm going to talk you through the things that you need and the things that you need to do to create your own individual piece of artwork this week. So I won't keep you any longer. I'll get straight on with showing you what we need to do. So this is what we're going to do. You're going to need a piece of A4 paper or card, and you need to make sure that it's a nice colourful piece, because this is going to be the backing that our collage, our piece of artwork, is going to fit onto. The next thing you need to do is to have a piece of A4 paper from a magazine. And then what I've done, I've folded that piece of paper in half, because I want half of A4. And then I cut through, or in my case, I folded it and ripped. You can see I ripped it because I got a bit of raggedy bit, but that doesn't matter too much. So the piece of paper that we have is half the size. It's going to take up half the size of the paper that we've got for our backing. So you need then, I'm going to put the backing paper out the way, you need to make sure you've got 2 sides. This side's a bit more exciting than this side. So I'm going to use this side that's got the print on to do my lines. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to take a ruler and a pencil, and I'm going to, with the ruler, I'm going to hold this down with the hand that I don't write with as hard as I can, and push the pencil into the ruler, and I'm going to draw a line across like that. And you can do 1 or 2 if you want. So all we're going to do is to make lines that are going across like that. If you wanted to, it's totally up to you, you could do it going from top to bottom. So you could go the long way down. But once you've chosen a way, I'd stick to it. I'm going to do this one because I think it's easier to do the shorter one. Then all I'm doing, I'm moving the ruler along and I'm marking lines. I'm not measuring it out. I'm just sort of judging it. And some I'm making smaller and some I'm making wider. So I've got some thin ones and some thick ones. And it should end up, so as I'm going along, you can see I'm not taking a great deal of care and trouble with that. I've got thicker ones, thinner ones, but I am going to take them in order. So here's one that I had from another side I had, and I'm going to show you that there. So you can see I've got some thicker lines and some thinner lines. So you need quite a few, and it looks a bit like a barcode that you might find on something you buy in a supermarket. So all we do now is we take our backing paper and our piece of paper we've got, and we know which is the right side and the wrong side. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to start from one side and I'm going to cut that piece of paper. I'm just going to cut through it, and then I'm going to turn that around. I'm going to put that down like so. Now, not very exciting, that one. Now, how I position this on the paper is really important, because that's going to sort of show me how the rest of the artwork is going to go. And I might want to lay some horizontally and some vertically. I'm not sure. So I've got that one there. I haven't stuck it down yet, you'll notice. So I'm going to go to the next one. This is a bit more colourful, this one, or jumpy as well. So I'm going to put it down here. What I really wouldn't like is people spelling out anything with it, because I know that's a bit of a temptation sometimes. What we're going to try and do is to make a pattern. And as you can see now, I've got a small gap here and I've got a larger gap here. Small gap at the bottom, large gap at the top. So I'll see how that goes. I'm going to cut a next one. And can you see I'm noticing I'm only cutting one at a time, so I don't have lots of little fiddly bits of paper around. And now I could put that, oh, I can see with mine where the top and the bottom is. So I'm going to move that round, so I'm going to keep it tight at the top and I'm going to keep it wide at the bottom. I'm going to do one more, like so. Here it goes. Cut, cut, cut. And I'm going to now, I might actually put it like so. So now I've got to think, is that the sort of thing that I want, or do I want it? So I've got some going like this and some crossing over like so. So I make a sort of a zigzag, not a zigzag, a crossed over one. So when you're playing around with these, I might just take one more, and this is a slightly thinner one. I'll cut it for you here. I wouldn't do more than about 4 or 5, because what I want you to do is to start sticking it at some stage. So I could put one here again to start making a cross pattern. So now I've got some going horizontally, some vertically. I could put these on a diagonal. So what I want you to do is really to work out and just play around with those until you get to a place where you think, yeah, that's going to work for me. And don't forget, we've got lots more to go. When you've got to a place that you're happy with, and I'm not happy with that one, I quite like them coming through like this, like so. All you need to do is to take one at a time. And what I tend to do is to, if I show you with the glue, I'm going to put my thumb on top of the glue and hold it down, and I'm going to just run that through like so. So that I've got glue on that side and not on that side. And that one goes there, and I'm happy with that position. So all I do is glue that down. I'll just show you that again. And make sure I've got the side that I don't want to be seen on there. I'm going to put it on top of the glue, so it will just sort of stick onto the glue. Put my thumb on to just sort of hold it so it doesn't fly off. And I'm going to put some pressure on that thumb, and I'm going to pull through like this. And that way I'm using this pink, so it's easier for you to see the glue. I mean, you might have white glue. And I'm going to push that down like so. One more time, we'll do that a bit more quickly now. So there it goes, thumb on the top, pull through like so. And then I'll do this one, thumb on the top, pull through like so. And then I think this one I had down along like this. So I've got that sort of starbursty type sunshine pattern, but I've got an awful lot more that I need to fit on, because what I want to do is to fit all of these on to that one piece of paper. So I'll just cut another one, and these now you can start doing once you've decided where you want that to go. And I'll see if I can, there, that's better. I've got like a shape of a 4 there. So now I've got started off, I'm just going to do one at a time. Use the old glue trick, thumb on the top. And the only way I've got is one thumb that's a bit sticky. And there we go. So what I'm doing, I'm starting to build up that pattern. And you can take it into whatever way that you want it to go. So, but it's that those first 4 or 5 are going to be important, because that's going to sort of set you off. Now, each time you go along, you're going to see where's the best place to fit that. And I think the best place to fit that is by the side, because I quite like. So I'm going to pick that up again. And again, I've got these safe and sound ready to cut. I haven't got them all cut all over the table and wondering what's going to happen next and where it is and if it's fallen on the floor. And that one's going to go by the side. So I'm going to build up my pattern, and each time I can overlap. I'll just show you one thing that I did think of, which might work. I'm not sure if it does. I'll try it on it and see if it works. I'm going to try a piece, and I'm going to, with this piece of paper, I'm going to fold it, and just show you what I'm doing. I'm going to fold it so it goes into a sort of like a V shape, and I'm going to see if that works. I quite like that there. So now this is a bit more difficult because I got to do one side at a time. Now you've got to be careful not to put too much pressure on your thumb, otherwise what happens is the paper will rip. So it's just got to put enough pressure on for it to hit the glue, and then I'm going to put that down there like so. Or you could, I'll just do one last one and then I'm going to leave you to do it, because I just thought of something as I'm doing this, and this is what happens. You think of it. So now I'm going to fold that round like that. So I've just got it like this, and I'm going to fold it round so it goes into what we call a right angle. Yeah. So I'm going to fold it like that, and then I'm going to fold it back again like that. So now I've got it's quite a zigzag shape, so I've got to be careful now. I've got to glue there, I got to glue there, and I've got to glue the bottom bit. This is a bit more fiddly. This is phase 2 or level 2, so I'm going to put that down. So it's just to show you the technique that I've used. So I've got some of the back, some of the front, and I've folded it so it's exactly the same size, but it's sort of going around corners. So 2 or 3 even folds in that should make it fine for you. So as I say, I'll just recap. What you need to do is to do your lines first of all. Don't worry too much about them being absolutely parallel. Don't worry about them being the right size, because all the different sizes are going to be fine. When you've done that, lay your first 4 or 5, once you've cut them, out on your paper. Move them around until you've got something that's quite pleasing. When you're happy with that, move one at a time, stick one at a time, put it down. Second one, stick it, put it down. And then you can start having some fun. You can move them around each time you do them, but just cut, stick, glue, stick one at a time, and then you'll end up with something, well, totally individual. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how you do with these this week. So have fun as usual, take care, and I'm really looking forward to seeing all the different ideas that you come up with, because I know you will. Okay, see you in the Zoom call. Bye.